姐了，在前面才姐，nó chỉ bút chát lâu rồi nó chế tao tao kể rồi tao ca con chuồn chẳng như nó khiến nhắn lào luôn nó đã khiến nhắn lào gì luôn nó đã chống một nọ
rồi ý á
rồi ý rồi em à cành cơ vô trái á wait trái
đồng ý
hả có xài đó
cái bài á
không
trong ngõ
lấy phải à
ai vừa có chi
nấu nấu đó hả tiền nấu này giờ cái bài đó cái bài đó bài đó là gì đồ trước trái á ok nó đó chỉ là cho cái tao đó chứ thế có cái tơ trong cái khâu cái tiệt tà đi cái nhá ngon cái ồ lắm muốn thọc cũng nhá muốn thọc cũng giống cái gì chỉ qua thế à chỉ nói cái qua thế à cái nhá sổ nhung cái nó qua à
một bánh gì đó
một bánh gì
thì chỉ một bánh gì nó tươi gì á
chỉ qua đi
chi
trong thay đua chỉ cả thay đua
You thought you were just holding her and she's not much better? No, it's okay, it's okay.
Các bạn trái á Dan here we go home, okay? Yeah.
My name is Francis. I'll be your spy tour guide today as we travel on through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Seated at all times. And keep on hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the vehicle. Now, if we have any young ones today, I do ask you please not hold them up like Simba. You're not Rafiki. This is not the Lion King, so please refrain from doing so. And make sure those young ones, no matter how young they are nice and seated on a lap or a seat or facing forward. Now, welcome to our first location here in the Aturi Forest. If you look on your right side, you're going to see the okapi.
you see
The okapi is the last living relative to the giraffe. The giraffe and okapi have a special Korean-style tongue which allows them to sing like well and behave. On your left side is the bongo. The bongo is considered the ghost of the Aturi Forest because they are rarely ever seen. And the bongo also is known to have horns that can lean back at a tilt and cross over each other to help them move through the deep vegetation here in the Aturi Forest. Now, many of the animals who live here in the Aturi Forest have a reputation. They're known to be quite shy. So, as a defense mechanism, they will use hiding techniques or camouflaging to make sure that they're not seen by any potential predators. What that means for you as an animal spotter today is that you might have to play a mean game of hide and go seek to find those animals out there. My good friend on the right side, the greater kudu hiding behind that bush. The greater kudu is an African antelope that happens to be known to normally have horns that are about 6 feet tall. But only males can grow the horns, so our friends back there are female. And the greater kudu and the bongo happen to have special white stripes to their fur that help them to blend into the deep vegetation.
그거 번호 그래 진짜 오케이. Holding tight. Holding just tight.
Wow.
Now, explorers, we're heading on into the next location. We're making our way into the Saltby River.
Hippos.
Now, the Saltby River is home to animals who thrive in aquatic environments. If you look on your left side, keep an eye out in the water for any dark shadows or odd ripples that indicate that there is an animal nearby.
Ducky.
Wow. It's a duck.
It's a duckling. The winged duck.
Ducky.
Dina, I spy with my eyes something green. Yeah, these.
What is that?
Now we're approaching a very notorious bridge known as Crocodile Bridge. And if you look on the left side, you'll see why.
Alligator. Right there. Look, alligator. They're sleeping. See? It's all good.
Now the Nile crocodile is known to grow to about 16 feet long. They're the largest form of crocodilian, and their height is measured, or their length is measured, by the tips of their tails to the tops of their noses. And 16 feet is equivalent
Anh
to
nói bao
about
lưng rồi anh nói dạ.
2 Shaquille O'Neals right on top of each other.
Bao lưng rồi đó dạ.
How tall is the kiwi?
Dạ luôn chắc xe luôn đi
And they
dạ.
have very
Chắc
powerful
cha hay
jaws.
luôn dạ.
Such powerful jaw bites that they can snap anything in between them, including bone. But sometimes they'll use their jaws for incubation. And what I mean by that is if a baby crocodile is struggling to come out of its egg, lower down, turn around gently so that the egg can crack a little bit more. And the baby crocodile can pop right out.
You see a giraffe? Share on the social media.
Now we're
Call out to the animals, they'll make any whistling noises, any animal
Good.
noises. I promise I will get you as close as we possibly can without calling out to them. And if we're quiet, we'll movement down here today. Everything is all right. So I'm going to start on the far left-hand side at the top of the hill. There's two of the largest storks in Africa. They're called saddle-billed storks. They stand straight up like this one is. They stand about 5 feet tall. They have a wingspan of between 8 and 9 feet. I saw up there somewhere on the right-hand side. Look over on the right, walking towards the wall there. What looks like a deer where you see high. These are bongos. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest for their ability to hide. Notice how the bongos have those animals maybe up there. So they wander around wherever they want during the day. So. Up here on our left-hand side, up along the wall, you see a black rhino up here. That rhinoceros, this black rhino is about 3,000 pounds. At 3,000 pounds, even at that big, that's one of the smaller of the rhinoceros. Black rhino doesn't really play well with others, that's why it's kept all quiet. See, I promised I'd get you close to animals. So let's work our way down. I think we've seen ecosystem changes. We start seeing thicker trees and bushes. We'll start seeing more palm trees, thicker bamboo. Well, you're seeing our plants that need the water every bit as much as the animals do. We're going to start with you folks on the right-hand side. I want you to look into this water for shadows in the water. Those shadows we're looking for hippopotamus. Folks on the left, we'll do it on our left-hand side in a minute. Look at there, there's a hippo heads right up on another hippo right there on our right-hand side. Hippos stay underwater between 5 and 8 minutes at a time. They do that to protect themselves from sun and heat while they're huge animals with thick skin. They sunburn really easy, so they stay protected. It's one of the reasons they stay underwater. On the left-hand side, we'll look over here, see if we see any hippos moving around. We sure do. Right up here, swimming right next to us. So his head just went under right here next to us. Now see right there, he's actually walking along the bottom. They don't really swim. They push themselves along the bottom. See, he's kind of floating there. He kicks himself.
In the water, you see?
That's why I tell you to look for those shadows. That's what we're looking for. There's actually, I think, one even further underwater right here. See how hard it is to swim down there? There's one right next to us walking right on the bottom. Keep our eyes open. See if we see any more over here.
See it?
Oh, I see one.
It's a tough time of day to see them too because the reflections on the water kind of keep it hidden. I don't see any more right here. One thing I will see on the left-hand side as we come up are Nile crocodiles. On the left-hand side, there's the Nile crocodiles. They're larger, a little more aggressive than those alligators.
You see
There's a couple of
elephant?
grass in the water here.
Yeah.
They average about 500 pounds apiece. Although we have fur in there, they're well over 800 pounds apiece. Really strong animals. Their jaws, they can easily crush bones with their jaws. Their bite is 10 times stronger than a lion's. Yet when it's time for the eggs to hatch, both the mother and father will put those eggs on their tongue, roll it around on their tongue, and help the eggs to hatch without cracking the eggs. So they can be strong enough to crush bones, yet gentle enough not to hurt an egg. Up here on the right-hand side,
Whoa.
this is one of the few trees you talk about. It's the baobab tree. Kind of looks like it's growing upside down, doesn't it? Like the roots are upside, it's growing down into the ground. What's really happening is that base is hollow. So for 9 months out of the year, that base just fills and fills and fills with water, but it barely grows any leaves. Well, that way, any man or animal who needs water is down here, because we're going to head down on the savannah now.
Ooh.
See, right at the bottom,
Chưa,
starting right on in with some Ankole cattle right here. These are all Ankole cattle down here, also known as Watusi cattle. Is this the brown one? Yep, this one in particular here, his horns are also hyena right there. Hyenas do make that maniacal laughing noise you hear on every cartoon you've ever heard. They make about 9 other sounds as well, but that's the one they're most known for. They actually both will spend the night out. There's another one asleep inside the cave in there. They actually will both spend the night out here, so they're in for the night. These animals come in and out of the woods and everything, so you really have to keep an eye on termite mounds out here. Termite mounds are pretty important because the elephant and giraffe will scratch themselves on these mounds and wear them down to little hills like that one on the right-hand side. And smaller animals will stand up on top of that and use them to look out for predators and prey. Launching around, see what else you say. Let's head on around. We'll see a lot of animals up on the hill. Let's head up there.
Yeah. You see, nâng như một tiêu, tôi nâng luôn.
Up here on the hill on the right-hand side, we're seeing a lot of wildebeest up there. Wildebeest, African term, wild beast. They're major migratory animals. I see some giraffe up here as well. Wildebeest will start at the top of the Serengeti, work their way all the way down to the Serengeti, all the way down the west side of Africa, around the tip of Africa, and then all the way back up. And on our right-hand side, the side giraffe. Here we go. All right, so Maasai giraffe. We know the Maasai giraffe by the markings on their side. One of the largest antelope-type creatures in Africa. You'll see them as we come up, and I don't want to pull any further up because you see right in front of us here, the giraffe hanging in front of us here. There we go. Giraffe on both sides of us here. Alright, let's work our way back here, see what else we see. Heading back in the elephant area, the elephants may be hiding in the shade. They don't like heat. I see one in the shade already that one will be able to see. His hand standing in a good shade spot for us. Look up here. He'll wave his ears back and forth to cool himself down. There he goes, a little bit there. He's got a lot of arteries and veins in those ears, so when he does that, he's also cooling down his internal. But you can still see moving the ears, and you see the dirt up on his back. Crossing their legs means they're happy. When you saw him raise his leg up there, whenever you see him cross their legs or stand with their legs crossed, like that. That's a 10-year-old, that's our youngest. Going up towards that bridge in the red clay, actually. He'll change his mind, he'll turn, change her mind. flamingos down here. I came here as a guest 10 years ago. I actually have pictures of her when she was just born. It's so funny, so tiny to see that. All right, let's work our way through to see what else you see. Oh, a couple more elephants over there. Large ones right there. Hiding behind. It's got 40,000 muscles in its trunk alone. So when you see that trunk move around in so many different directions and up and down, that's why. All muscles in there. Greater flamingos. I want you to check out what these flamingos are. They laid eggs a couple of weeks ago, and the eggs are starting to hatch. Okay, take a look at, and she is trying to get to the baby, so this should be interesting. So if they stand up, this is interesting to see. So she's checking out the eggs of the babies. See, there's an egg that this one just sat down on. A couple of them have just, a few of them have hatched today.
See a baby there? Is it cute like you?
So they're all starting to hatch, so we're starting to see little babies out here. That's what you'll keep an eye on out here. Not sure that's the most fun job. Might be wandering around out here. Animals will roll in it, just a lot like the elephant puts that dirt up on his back. That's their sunblock protection for the day. They come up down these trails and get covered in it. Just trying to watch all the trails. Make sure nothing's laying around right here. It looks like they're pretty clear. There's the mud pit itself. We're going to look on our left-hand side for cheetahs on this hill. Watch up and down here. Look for a head to move or tails to move. Look for some kind of movement cat like this. See one up there? You doing good? Okay. I don't have it yet. Keep your eyes up there. I trust you guys. But if you see it, that's the most important part. They raise their heads and move their tails. They look a lot like regular cat movement. Usually the way they give themselves away. Oh, up on the fence line, yeah, if that's the one you're seeing. Walking down towards the bottom of the hill. Oh, well, guys, look on the right-hand side. That's a mom and a baby white rhino over there on the right-hand side. That's about a 4 or 5 month old baby right over there. They rolled around in the mud.
It's cute, like Ari.
Keep watching over here. Okay, now I see this one's fairly easy to see. Look, standing up right here across from me, walking over, and it's actually walking over to another one right here. There's 2 of them right there.
It's a lion.
Cheetah's really usually hard to see out here. The lions. I doubt we'll see a lion yet. It's still a little early for a lion. But I'll let you know, I'll watch just in case. Lions sleep 20 plus hours a day. They usually come out about sundown, but we'll keep our eyes open just in case. I'll let you know. I don't see anything yet. I know there's another animal slowing things down in front of us. I saw an ostrich out there in front of the road.
What?
I'll watch all the normal highlights over here. A couple spots where they do usually hide if they come out. It's fairly clear right now. Usually the females come out first. Because the females do all the hunting, the men stay back and guard the den. Then any cubs that might, another rhino walking around here on the right hand side. That's a white rhino, about 5,000 pounds. Oh, there's a baby. There you go.
Oh, it's a baby. It's a baby like Elaine.
Bob's about 5,000 pounds. Baby's about 800 or 900 right now, I think.
Anh nhiều một jeep hả tao? Anh mới nhiều một jeep qua.
On the right hand side, that's a bonsabok in the middle of the road. Fairly rare animal. No lions yet. Still early. It's really tough to see, but if you guys can see where these two rocks go down into like the letter V, right where they meet, down bottom, there's a lion right there. You can see his head. He's working his way out of there. Yeah, right there. You see his mane right there. He's just starting to come out of his den. So that's his head over there.
It's a lion.
On the left-hand side, we're going to see if there's any boardwalk up here. As you can see through the bushes here too.
Lion nhớ hổ tôi cũ.
So what warthogs do? Warthogs are the largest of the burrowing animals. So they'll go back in these burrows here, and then they will lay there and they'll put their horns out to scare you away. I'm telling you because I want you to look right next to me. Look right here in this burrow right here next to me.
Tôi bớt đi.
We'll go right there.
Tôi bớt thôi.
And they sleep like that. And they let the horns out to scare predators away.
Commendation day.
On the right-hand side, the ostriches were over there. There they are, wandering around over there. Also, these eggs are ostrich eggs right here. Right there, those big eggs are ostrich eggs. Ostriches give us about 2 or 3 eggs a week out here. Now, they're not fertile, so we don't have a lot of baby ostriches. Inside the Jeep now. I think we'll probably see that as we come around the corner. Yeah, there's a couple of them inside the Jeep. So the babies are about 14 weeks old. They've been fun watching, learning how to walk and play out here. There's a few of them in the back of that Jeep. And Walt Disney was really into conservation. Back in the 1930s, 1940s, he used to take... One egg weighs about 3 pounds. And if you crack it open, one egg is the equivalent.
Ta lô, la mù lô. Chạy chết ta lời la mù chế lời lô. Cái sống những lúc mà nó có cái tiêu. Những lúc mà nó có cái tiêu lô. Cái sống mà lo tiêu. Chỉ bảo anh cho sống to đi chả đó. Nó sẽ chỉ muốn cho sống hoa rồi. Sống nó thì tiền là có sầu nữa. Tôi sống nó sẽ tệตัวluôn nè. Nó tiêu. Cho chung nó tiêu. Sai chia ta thì bé lò đã là trong để chơi ở trong cái tại sẽ đừng can được ôi thì đại ra có số nó cũng chỉ bố này tới giờ nó có can nên không trả rồi chỉ bố không trả cả thân lọ cô dễ lọ trong lọ chỉ của con nó là hai bé vậy tưởng chơi cá thanh quá giờ bây giờ này cho cá thanh nữa chỉ có thế này và buổi tối bỏ đua thế gì cũng cho làm cái gì alo đây là các bãi tê đó bỏ tỏ sáng đỡ xưa chế cho mình nhiều một chế cũng sẽ sáng cho mình nhiều một stop á Bye, Jay. Bye, City.
No, Mai wants to go to the buffet. That's why.